All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. I want to kind of talk about this whole YouTube TV and Disney, aka ESPN thing, right? So, and it's made me think about, the bigger picture, of why sports are dying. And I'm gonna, you guys see the title, why sports are dying and how will be saved. Now, let me go, let me start from the beginning. Let me start from here. YouTube TV, and as the recording of this video, because I'm posting this video on a Wednesday, so maybe they'll get a deal done before then, or whatever. But obviously, everybody knows the whole YouTube TV and ESPN deal, aka Disney, where ESPN is not being aired on YouTube TV because YouTube TV and ESPN couldn't come to an agreement, or Disney couldn't come to an agreement. And it's made me think. People are outraged, people are mad, and stuff like that. And it had me think, why would this even happen? How can this even happen? Sports is one things people still watch in America to this day. There's not that many TV shows out there, television show. I mean, when Love Island is the hot topic of the TV world, then there's a problem because Love Island is garbage. All right. I think the last thing, maybe Squid Games, but Squid Games doesn't even count because, that's a Netflix thing. So, I mean, other than maybe like Game of Thrones or, something like that, but that was like what, almost 10 years ago, 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. So it is what it is. But it had me think, is sports dying? Because how can this happen? Sports is the only thing on TV which is live and it's still currently going. But do people really care about sports anymore? We have to look at it from this perspective. Now, obviously, yes, the NFL, I just saw something about the NBA, their viewership's up 92% from last year. The MLB, the World Series did good ratings and stuff like that. I understand it. So, but we have to look at the younger generation here, people. Everybody that's watching this video, other than with the exception maybe Spongy, Skeleton, the youngins, the YNs. The majority of people who consume sports are probably in their 20s. A lot of young kids don't watch sports anymore. Hell, they don't even play sports anymore. Let me ask you guys a question, just to take it from this perspective. When's the last time you growing up? Now, granted, I was a young kid, but growing up, even teenagers, people in their 20s will be at the basketball court. They'll be on the field playing baseball, football. They'll be on the basketball court playing basketball. Hell, there'll be kids out there playing kickball. When's the last time you've seen kids go outside anymore? They're always on their tablet. They're always on their game, or they're always watching Kai Cenat or Ice Show Speed or Mr. Beast or whatever the case may be. I honestly, and once again, this is my opinion, I feel like within the next 10 to 15 years, sports will be like how baseball is before, their little renaissance. It's going to be a dying breed at some point. Sports does not appeal to the younger generation. And let's be for real. Does it appeal to the 20, 30, 40-year-olds? Sure. Yeah. But to the 15, 16, 14-year-olds, no. What appeals to them is Kai Cenat, Ice Show Speed, Mr. Beast. And that's why you see the NFL, the NBA trying to collab with these guys more so they get more eyes on them. But kids don't want to sit down and watch a 60-minute game, football game. Kids don't want to watch a 48-minute basketball game. If they do like sports, they'll catch the highlights. And this whole YouTube, TV, and Disney thing just made me think, like, how can this happen to sports? Sports is one, especially with the NFL season is at week 11, 12, wherever it is right now. The NBA season just started. College football is about to end their season pretty soon, so people are going to want to watch that to see who's in the bowl games. Like, how can the UFC is about to have a huge card this weekend? You feel me? So How can this happen? And it's made me think maybe sports is dying. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe just this is the precursor of, hey, maybe sports is not that popular anymore. Maybe it's not pop culture. Now, let's get to the second part of this video. I honestly think sports will be on Twitch or Kick within the next few years. Here's why. Number one, like I alluded to, a lot of these, the NFL, the NBA, they're including Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed and all this other good stuff to sports because these guys are famous. I'm pretty sure more of the youth. I'm pretty sure more of the youth know who iShowSpeed is than Josh Allen is. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm crazy, but I honestly believe that. I believe more of the youth knows who, other than maybe Mahomes and maybe Lamar Jackson. Now, other than Mahomes, I'll take a hot take right now. There's more kids and teenagers I know who Kai Cenat is and iShowSpeed is than they do Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that. And that's why I think the NFL will make the move to Twitch, where just like with cable, and that's another reason why I think sports are dying. Because say what you want, I miss cable very dearly, but cable used to be so everybody had cable in their house. Now you got to subscribe here, subscribe there, and here. And I think a lot of like kids don't have control over that. Kids only watch what's accessible to them. If their mom or dad's not really into sports, or they don't want to subscribe to all these channels, the kid's not going to be able to watch it. The kid doesn't care about watching every single Sunday night game. They only care about what they can access. And what they can access is what their parents allow them to access. So, and I don't mean this in any disrespect. I don't, but it's true. If you one of these kids who have a single mother who probably doesn't like sports, you're probably not watching every single NFL, NBA game. She's not going to subscribe to Peacock, Hulu TV, and all this other stuff. She's probably working 2 jobs, trying to make sure that her 6th boyfriend that she's had that month is all right, and that you can eat your little McDonald's fries. You feel me? And I'm gonna keep real. If at the end of the day, it's like a lot of parents do not care about sports anymore. As you get older, you really don't care about it, so they're not going to subscribe to everything, which means the kid really can't watch sports like that. And that's why I feel like the NFL and NBA will be on Twitch. Will be on Twitch. Now, granted, I do think Twitch will make you pay for Twitch, or maybe have ads throughout Twitch. But I do feel like the NFL and NBA will be on Twitch eventually. When, I don't know. And that's how it'll be semi-safe. But overall, just with this whole YouTube, ESPN thing, I honestly feel like sports is a dying breed. Honestly. It is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.